Wild scene on the highway, all caught on dash cam. The former New Mexico state trooper who fired his gun on a minivan full of children. Speaking out now in an ABC News exclusive. The trooper was let go, and now he's telling a story for the first time. ABC's Ryan Owens is in Albuquerque for us this morning. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning to you, Robin. He's speaking out now because he wants his job back. He was fired last month after that video was made public and caused such an outrage. They are the shots heard round the world from a dash cam video that went viral. 3 gunshots fired by Elias Montoya, the one and only time he says he fired his gun on duty in 12 years as a New Mexico state police officer.
This is you here?
Yes.
Those gunshots cost him his job. The minivan he shot at had a mother and 5 children inside. Something he says he had no idea when he pulled the trigger.
When you found out that there were in fact children in that minivan, what did you think?
My heart sank. I couldn't believe that there was that many children in there.
Montoya, himself a father of 3, says all dispatch told him was to respond to an unruly driver.
Get out of the vehicle right now!
He pulled up on the scene after the October traffic stop had already escalated. Police say the driver, 39-year-old Oriana Farrell from Tennessee, kept fleeing the officer who pulled her over for speeding, and that her 14-year-old son scuffled with police.
All I see is silhouettes of heads, and what went through my mind was that we're outnumbered.
He says the minivan's tinted windows prevented him from seeing who was actually inside. When the driver started to flee again, the 53-year-old says he lined up with that white line on the road and shot at the tire.
I'm not shooting at a human being. I'm shooting at a tire.
He missed the tire and Farrell took off again, this time leading cops on a chase they say reached speeds of more than 100 miles an hour. This morning, she's awaiting trial on charges of child abuse and fleeing police. She's pleaded not guilty and has since said she did what she did to protect her children.
Do you want to live in a world where police officers are firing routinely at vehicles with people in them when they've been pulled over for speeding?
No, and if I knew that there was even one child in that vehicle, I wouldn't have done it.
New Mexico State Police will not comment on his firing other than to say he violated their use of deadly force policy. Montoya says a split-second decision where no one got hurt should not cost him his career. Robin.
All right, Ryan, thanks to you. And more on this now with our Chief Legal Affairs anchor, Dan Abrams. And what do you make of the officer's defense?
One crucial detail that we heard from him, which is that he's saying he heard the word gun. Why is that so important? Because you're not allowed to just shoot at tires at a fleeing van. But if he heard the word gun, he can at least argue that a reasonable police officer in his situation might have felt there was actually a threat to his safety. That's why that phrase is a game changer. It doesn't mean that he's going to win the appeal, but it means at least he's got an argument beyond, I was just trying to disable the vehicle by shooting at the tires.
And it is the first time we've heard any mention of the word gun. But that being said, whether or not it did indeed happen, the fact that he's doing the interview now, how does that play into him trying to get his job back?
Yeah, look, I think he's trying to influence the appeals process. And what does that mean? It's a civilian group appointed by the governor, and they are going to care about the court of public opinion. And I think that he wants to get out there because currently everyone is looking at this video and saying, how could this have happened? Many people are supporting the decision. Now, he has a lot of support.
Even the governor of New Mexico is supporting the decision.
But he has a lot of supporters out there. And I think this is an effort to, A, galvanize them, but B, to be able to present a defense so that if this Civilian Appeals Commission does rule with him, at least there'll be some level of understanding as to why that happened.
Bottom line, you think he can be reinstated?
I think it's unlikely he'll be reinstated, in particular because of the amount of public attention to this and because there's a video. I think if there wasn't, he'd have a shot. Without it, it's tough.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much.